Hi, my name is David Scrimger. I'm a licensed acupuncturist and practitioner of Chinese medicine for over 25 years. I'm going to talk about a product called Supreme Immune Tonic that I developed for myself and for my patients. Now, why did I do that? I did that because I find that so many of us suffer from stress, from toxicity, from illness, from just living in the world that we live in today. I wanted to make something that actually could do something for people, that actually could add benefit to people's health and to people's lives. So with that in mind, and using a combination of my own years of clinical experience, as well as the long history of Chinese medicine, and as well as the validation of modern research, this formula, Supreme Immune Tonic, was made. So who would be interested in taking this formula? Well, basically, I feel anybody who'd like to have more energy, which is just about everybody that I know, anybody who would like to strengthen their immune system or their adrenals. I also find that it's really beneficial for people who may have been going through something, who've had a chronic illness, who may have had something like bronchitis or pneumonia, perhaps a trauma, a surgery, or even cancer. I find that this formula, Supreme Immune Tonic, is extremely helpful in recovering and restoring that core energy. So what does it look like to have a core or an adrenal deficiency? Well, basically, most people will feel fatigue, lethargy, or an irritability. Another very common problem with this is our sleep disturbances, which can mean either difficulty falling asleep, or more commonly, the ability to fall asleep but waking up in the middle of the night and then with really trouble falling back to sleep. Another thing that happens really commonly are digestive disturbances, hormonal imbalances, difficulty concentrating, or poor memory, even to the point of having brain fog. Now, another challenge with aging is something called immunosenescence, which basically just means that the immune system starts to have more difficulty recognizing pathogens than it did when we were younger. Now, wouldn't it be great if we could actually do something to reverse this process? Well, until now, there really hasn't been a way to do that. But fortunately, we have something that can do that. So what makes this formula, Supreme Immune Tonic, so good? Well, there are a couple of things. The first thing is the herbs that are in it. I chose the kings of the tonic herbs because these are the things from Chinese medicine that are really the most powerful. Herbs like ginseng, astragalus, reishi, cordyceps, all combined into one formula. The other thing that makes it so good is the concentration that I used. Most formulas are done in either a 1-to-1 or up to a 5-to-1 concentration. But in this formula, because I know that the body really needs these kinds of concentrations for it to really work, I used a 10-to-1 concentration for most of the herbs, and in the case of astragalus, I used a 50-to-1 concentration because astragalus is such a key herb for strengthening the immune system itself. I have personally seen the benefits of using Supreme Immune Tonic firsthand with my patients. But in addition, there are also dozens of scientific studies done on each of these herbs. If you would like more information about the research done on these, you can send a request to the email at the end of this video. In summary, what I'd like to say about Supreme Immune Tonic is that it's really for anybody who would like to increase their energy, who would like to increase their vitality, who would like to increase their mental clarity and their focus. The ancient Taoists said about these herbs that not only did they enhance your physical well-being, but your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being also.